Good morning, people. Today I'm going to show you how to fix the pretty eggs with a silk tie. I'll show them to you after we start. What you need to start with is 100% cotton material. I buy old sheets and cut them apart, and after you make it, it depends on the egg that you're making, it's the size you cut. It's something you'll have to experiment with. This is a silk scarf, and they make beautiful eggs. If you can find them at a consignment store 50 cents, you can make a lot of eggs. I made one and didn't cut very well. Or if you want, it's really silk neckties. Be sure it's 100% silk. It will not work. I think this one is imported silk, and years ago, when I first started this, I bought them at Goodwill in Winston-Salem. I could get about 15 for $1, and you pick out the ones that's slick. This one is kind of rough, which would make a beautiful egg. And you need rubber bands, you need a pot, you need white vinegar, and this pot will hold a dozen eggs. So if you want to make 3 or 4, use a smaller pot. And what you do is put them on the stove and let it come to a boil. Let the water come to a boil. Boil them 20 minutes. And then I will show you the end results after I show you how to put them together. Take an egg. Well, where is the one I was going to start? And this one can be used. I have not picked off the edge of the necktie at the back like this. You have to be very careful. Sometimes it'll pull out, but if you have to take a pick and pick them out, it will leave little holes. If you do that, hold it up to the light. If you see little pinholes, do not use it, because it will not. All the dye will come out and not color the egg. So I've got some different ones cut for the different size eggs that I have done. Now you can go buy these eggs at Conrad Hinkle. I don't know how much they are a dozen, but if you got time on your hand now, just make yourself some. See, that's another one with the things on it that I have not gotten off. So I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. You're going to take a piece of material, and you're going to take an egg, put the pointed side up and the colored side down to the egg, and wrap it. And be careful, don't squeeze the egg, because it will break. And fold it over like this, the pointed top to the top. Take a rubber band, go around it, make it very, very tight. It's better if you don't have these rubber bands that's 10 miles long, because you got to keep wrapping. And it's like this. So what you can do then, gently pull, and be sure it's fitted tight around the egg. Normally I have a friend, Mildred, that helps do this, but she had something to do today. But be sure you pull it and it's tight around. Next, you take a piece of white material, like I say, an old sheet or something, put it over the top of this one and pull it down tight, just like I did the tie part. And take a rubber band. These are little tiny ones. Rolling everywhere. And put it around this. I don't know if the classes I've taught, I don't know if anybody's made any of the eggs. I hope they have. I hope it's not something that we do. And I've done a lot of crafts in my time, but I think to me I make stained glass in baskets, but to me this is the biggest challenge that I've ever had, the oohs and ahs. And this is what it looks like. You put it in your pot. Now you have enough water in there to cover these eggs, and then vinegar. You put about I would say a fourth of a cup. Sometimes I get happy and pour half a cup in there, and it doesn't matter, but you gotta have some vinegar. That's just like dyeing an egg with Easter egg dye. You have to have vinegar because that sets the color and that makes it do. And so when you get it done, you take them, after they boil, 20 minutes, you take them to the sink, you pour the water off. I don't put in cold water on them, I just let them set, because they will cool in a flash. Then you take them and you unwrap them. If you can't get the rubber band off, just take a pair of scissors, they're cheap, and just take it off. Take the white part off. It probably will be hot, but that's okay. And then you take the color off of it. Well, I hope you're writing it down, and if not, you can find it. And then you open and you say, voila, ooh, isn't that pretty? Everybody compares them, look, oh, it's gorgeous. And they do turn out to be pretty. And I have made them all sizes. I have a man that gives me some little eggs like this. And all sizes. I've got some Benny eggs, and I've got all sizes of eggs, but let me tell you, do not close them up. If you put them in a basket in a spare room, do not put them in a drawer, do not put them in an egg carton like this and close it up. They will smell. They will stink. So do not cover them up. But I think I've got some egg cups that if you can find them anymore and put them in there. And I think they're a pretty decoration that you can use year round. You know, you use egg all the time. So don't close them up. But some of these eggs have been done a while, and you shake them and they're hard inside. You can hear them rattling inside. That means they've dried up. They will keep for years as long as you don't crack them. I found one in a spare bedroom, kept smelling something, and I looked. I had hit it with something, and it had a crack. I threw it away immediately because there is an odor. But I have a friend that has 2 duck eggs, and she says she had 15 years in a basket. So they will keep. There's nothing there. Unless they get a crack, they will keep. Just do not close them up. Do not eat them. Don't crack them and eat them, because I don't think they'd be very good. But I'm going to cover one more for you, and I hope you will do some. Like I say, take the inside of the necktie or the silk over like this, and put the pointed side up and hold it down. Don't do them sideways like this. Do them straight up with the point, and then wrap it. I will wrap it tight, and then go around the edges and pull it. Just be careful and don't crack them. I mean, it's an egg, and they will break. And get it as smooth as you can down through there. And take your piece of cotton material, 100% cotton, like I say. The old-timey sheets, people use all kind now, and cover it. Be sure it's covered good. And put a rubber band around it. cook 20 minutes. Especially, I mean, if I do 5, I still cook them 20 minutes. And see, it's like this. Then you can pull the white down, because if there's a place, it will not color. Put them in your pot, pull them 20 minutes, and then, like I say, voila. That you have an egg. You have a pretty egg. All kinds of eggs. Now, sometimes they won't. I did a class where this woman's did not turn out. I don't know what happened. Finally, I made it. She said somebody else had hers, which I didn't know. But then I told everybody to write their initial right there, so they'd know when I brought them out of the kitchen, they would know whose was whose. But if you have any question about anything, call Christy Smith. She will tell you exactly how to do it.
I'm the professional. Right.
I hope everybody's enjoyed this little information, and I hope you will. I mean, you can buy a dollar tie, as long as it's silk, and cut it. Be sure you cut, like I say. And if anybody wants to try any, I got ties. I'll be glad to give them, and they can experiment. Just be careful. Don't get holes in them. And they're easy. This is something you sit out at nighttime and cut them apart and do things like that. And I thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.